Okay, let's look at the new document reader we have on Brightspace. I just went into one of my courses here, and under the week 2 I'm looking under the learner view. I can scroll down. It's going to let us read like Word documents and PDFs. So I'm going to look at this first one, high school versus college culture. Just click on that page. It brings up my Word document. If I scroll down, there's an option here to open with the DocReader. So I'm going to click that on. And now the document's going to come up in the reader view. I actually played with it a little bit earlier, so I created a highlight on here. Once it's loaded in here, all I have to do is actually just click listen.
High school culture. College culture. Students attend high school.
And as you can see, it's just reading the content across here. Now up here I have two views. One's the layout view, which is this one right here. And then if I go to my text mode view, it's getting rid of all of the fonting in there. So if I press listen again,
high school culture.
You can see now it's highlighted in green
Students attend high
for the
school
sentence
because they are
and then
required
blue
to by their
for the
parents
actual
and by
word.
law.
So like I said, the sentence is in green and the word is in blue as it's clicking along. So on top of that, you have some more options here. You can print, you can save, you can also download the document as an MP3, which means you could play it later somewhere else. Here's your highlight options. I clicked highlighter. I can select a color, and then I can highlight the section that I want to come back and refer to again. And if I want to, I can turn the highlighting off, or I can turn the highlighting back on. They have a ruler that they can follow along with. So as it's reading, they could use this ruler to follow along. You can make the ruler slightly smaller or bigger. It's up to you how you want to do it. And then once you're done, you can just get rid of it. Same thing with this option, which is the sort of like page mask. So it doesn't totally blank out all the words, but it just highlights where you want to scroll it. And same thing, you can plus or minus how big of a space you want to highlight. There is two options for the American English. I tried both of them. They sound identical to me, so I'm not sure what the difference is between the two of them. And down here, this last section, we have general settings. So if we wanted to make the volume really fast, we can speed it up.
High school culture. College culture. Students attend high school because they are required.
If that maybe is a little bit too fast, we could of course go back and just make it fast or return it to medium. Now you can also change the language here, and we'll just go to Francais. And as soon as I click it, you can see up here it changed the language to French, écoutez, for listen. And once I press close, it'll also change these instructions to French as well. But it does not change the text of what you're reading. It is going to read you that as it was written. It is not a translator in the sense that it'll translate your document for you. It will not do that. Let me just turn this back to English. You can also select reading area by most selection, region, or from most pointer to the end of page. Automatic page flip, or yes, turn page automatically and continue reading. Close pop-up menu for selected or do not close. Your highlight settings, you can highlight, like I said earlier, it was a light green and then the word was blue. You could change these to slightly different colors. I wouldn't recommend the dark ones, and I'll show you why. Right now, if I select this as dark red and say this is dark blue, and I'll press close and play again.
High school culture.
As you can see,
college culture.
It's very dark. It's hard to read it, so not really the colors I would recommend. So we'll go back to our light blue and I think this one was light green. And then light blue. We'll stick with those. Text mode settings, black or white. You can change up the color modes for it. Font size, you could go with a bigger font size if you wanted to. If you felt like you had a hard time reading, you could add it. And so there's slightly bigger font size. Continue to listen.
High school culture. College culture.
So that's just the main functions within that page. This was a Word document, so what I want to do is I also want to show you that it would work the same with a PDF. So I'm going to go to this one, 8 Key Expectations. Down here I'm going to open the document reader. As you can see, there's multiple pages here. I'm just going to switch to show you the difference between text mode in this version to layout mode. And let me go to my tools and let's just make this fast. See how it sounds when it's not too slow, but not too fast.
8 Key Expectations, page 23 to 27. 1. Educators expect students to be responsible for their education. As such, they expect students to be mature and accountable for the choices they make. Here are some pet peeves that educators...
Okay, that one's a little bit quicker than the medium mode. And let me just change some of my font colors. What is this one?
Eight Key Expectations.
Didn't change anything. So let's try downloading the file.
Eight Key Expectations, page 23 to 27. 1. Educators expect...
Okay, so they can download it and put it into their music files and then play it if they needed to on their phones later. Of course, you wouldn't be able to have the visual, but you could certainly listen to the document. Of course, now I'm going to have that in my iTunes store. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. All right, so that's pretty much the overview of the new document reader. Just remember that it's not going to show up on everything. It's going to show up on actual documents like this right here, which is a web page view. I created just one of the templates. Let's see what happens when I try and open that with this one. So it says the file type you select is currently not supported by DocReader. You can access this file by clicking the link below. Let me see what happens. Yeah, it's not gonna read anything. It just shows it in an HTML format.